Okay, guys, it's Dr. Ryan, and today we're going to talk with Kevin. Kevin has been a member of the clinic for, just about a year, and he's going to describe a little bit about his experience working with me and utilizing our therapeutic regimen. So, Kevin, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, some of your hobbies, what you do?
Sure. Kevin Dermeyer from Topeka, Kansas. Hobbies are pretty simple: going to the gym, reading. My sport hobbies now are boxing, not as much as I used to, but I'm 47 years old now, so started doing some weight training. Again, thanks to Dr. Ryan and Summa Up, and still do some yoga, especially the flexibility part of it now, because that tremendously helps when you're lifting a lot of weights. I have a janitorial service. We have grown quite a bit over the last couple of years. We have over 50 properties we service now, so doing well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that you had mentioned you started, locally, and then you moved regionally, and now the goal at some point or another is to go multi-state and then ideally nationally, and it will happen. I can see it happen. Let's transition a little bit to how you felt and some of the reasons that you had for joining the clinic. So I want you to think to about a year ago when you were investigating options and kind of remember how you felt. So what was it like before you started working with myself and Summa Up? What were some of the problems that you were trying to solve with your physique and overall health?
My goal was to gain weight and muscle, and that's not easy to do, especially as you age. So I have a lot of anxiety also. So looking for something to help with that, some PTSD. So anxiety is unfortunately a daily issue for me and for many people, not just me, but I was looking for help with that. Mainly just support with the diet plan, really. Because that's key, obviously, when it comes to fitness.
As you mentioned, you alluded to, it was harder for you to maintain a lean physique and you wanted to build some muscle and decrease your body fat percentage. It sounded like, you were dealing with a lot of anxiety, right? And maybe some component of depression. And that's one thing a lot of people don't recognize. Your hormonal balance can make a big difference in terms of your mental state. I'm really happy that you recognize that, and you look for ways in which to improve that. I guess the other thing I'm kind of curious about is, and I think it's easy to kind of assume how these things might affect your family and career, but what I would like for you to tell me is how exactly did the problems you were experiencing in terms of your health, your physique, your mood, how did they affect your career and your social situation with your family, friends, and colleagues?
It was hard to maintain everyday energy to get these things done that I wanted to get done. Work, family, hobby, gym, time. And as you get older, it's harder to do if you're not doing the right things. So that's how it affected me. Just energy levels, mood.
Okay. Was there like an event that made you say, hey, I need to go ahead and start working with Dr. Ryan or just working with the clinic? Was there a particular event in that period of time you're deciding on investigating options that made you say, okay, enough's enough. I can't deal with how things are?
Yes, when I found you guys, I believe it was on Facebook. I was just scrolling through Facebook and found one of your ads and was curious and went to it and looked great. And then what really made me decide is when your body stops making testosterone naturally, it's hard to find a good doctor to help with that, because a lot of PAs or family physicians, they don't understand the proper use of testosterone, and it's hard to get through your local doctor and pharmacy. They don't like to prescribe it really. And then also I was taking one shot a week, which was not good. When I found you guys and Dr. Ryan, then you do the microdosing, which is much better. So that's really about it. There's lots of benefits to it, plus the pharmaceutical grade supplements you guys offer and vitamins and things like that too. So, and not just the testosterone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand that, and it's not really my place to question how other individuals decide to treat their patients. I think right. All of us in the healthcare field are just trying to do the best we can for our patients, right? Absolutely. My approach is really just to optimize patients' hormonal levels, and I draw upon a wealth of experience I've had with many patients along with myself, because I've been on TRT for many years. So why don't we transition a little bit to your experiences after joining the clinic? So what are some of the changes you noticed in your physique and overall health? And before you start, I do want to just kind of brag on you for a second. I am just amazed at some of the changes you've been able to accomplish. When you came to the clinic, you already were in pretty decent shape. A lot of my patients that come to me, they are in poor health, they are significantly overweight. But in your case, you had a decent frame on you. But what you were able to do is really optimize that further. You're somewhat athletic when you started, but man, when you got on and you really pushed yourself, it's just remarkable to see the transition. You gained a lot of muscle, you're much leaner, and just look at your countenance, you seem to be a lot happier. Maybe some of the issues you have with anxiety or focus or just your mood seem to have improved. It's evidenced maybe by the picture. It's just really amazing. The other thing that I wanted to talk a little bit about was the lipid panel. Now, that was something that you were a little bit concerned about when you started with me. And it is just really, really great to see the changes you've made. Your total cholesterol has dropped about 34 points here, going from 235 to 201. A really big drop in your LDL, went from 140 to 106. And your triglycerides dropped dramatically from 170 to 107. And this is done just with diet and training and supplementation, no statins. So I was really, really impressed with what you were able to accomplish. What other changes did you notice?
The anxiety's not near as bad on a daily basis. The bad thing about anxiety is that it doesn't go away. You just have to learn how to manage it. And with Dr. Ryan's program, Summa Up, my anxiety's definitely been a lot more manageable. Also, moods better, obviously. Less anxiety, better mood, a lot more energy, faster recovery, which is key, especially as you get older. So, it's key anytime, but it's harder as you get older to recover quicker. So, and yeah, focus. My business has gotten better.
Actually, let's kind of tamp down a little bit on some of the changes you notice in your business. So obviously with increased energy levels and improved health, and maybe a better self-confidence because you like the way you look, right? How has that manifested in your business? Have you grown significantly?
Yeah, significantly. We've probably grown 30%.
That's pretty remarkable.
It is. And I contribute to that just good customer service, which, obviously, when you're in a better mood and you're more confident, you're going to be able to stay a lot more positive, which is pretty key in this industry. When you have to talk to a lot of people and constant communication with property owners and managers and stuff like that, it helps to be in a good mood. You deal with a lot of different personalities and some you don't click with, so you got to get past that, and being in a good mood definitely helps because you're constantly selling yourself and your business and your employees and your expertise and stuff. So mood is key, and energy levels too, because sometimes you don't want to deal with these things or go sell, or the old saying is, and it's true, if you're not growing, you're dying. You always have to be out there selling, and this program's helped me do that.
Yeah, one thing that's been evoked to me consistently through my experiences with patients is the only thing constant in business is change, right? Mm-hmm. And so your experience in your business has demonstrated that. And I'm glad that you've been better able to weather the changes and thrive in your situation. And I'm glad that the therapy has helped with that. What about some of the changes you noticed in terms of your relationships with your family and friends? And
yeah, same type of deal. Your family they're going to be the first to notice your mood change, which is key, because if you're not happy at home, or if your friends and family, if you're not happy and enjoy being around them, it's going to reflect everything else in your life. If you're not getting along with people at home, then that's going to carry over into your business and your other aspects of life too. So they've noticed a difference. Yeah, a good difference. Home less because I have so much more energy. So maybe I should refocus that. But yeah, that they've definitely noticed a difference.
Very cool. And then outside of the benefits you saw in your health, in your physique, in your business, in your relationships with your family, were there any other benefits you want to talk about that you noticed?
Yeah, I'm a religious person, at least try to practice my religion, and spirituality. It's helped with that, because again, it takes focus to learn and to practice a religion. You have to read, you have to listen, you have to pay attention. I read the Bible, and it can be confusing. So it's again focus and staying positive. In this world, it's hard to stay positive and look at the bright side. So it's helped me with that as well. Probably the most important thing to me, actually.
Well, the key thing is I'm all about focusing on what my patient's needs are. And that in certain cases, that might be physique. In certain cases, that might be health. It might be optimizing a panel. In other cases, it may be spirituality. And I'm happy that I was able in some regard to help you with your connection with God. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, thanks.
So what would you tell someone who's watching this now and is uncertain about joining the clinic? What would you tell that person?
Don't even hesitate. Go for it. Seriously, don't hesitate. No reason you should hesitate.
Sounds perfect. All right. Well, Kevin, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk a little bit about your experiences, and glad to have you as a patient.
Thanks, Dr. Ryan. Appreciate it.